Welcome back to another CAD/CAM tutorial. In this video we are going to look at how to create a crank slider mechanism using SolidWorks. The parts of the mechanism are the bushing, the slider, the collar, the connecting link, and the crank disc. So rotary or rotational motion in the crank disc will be converted into reciprocating top and down motion of the slider, as we can see here. So this is what we are going to create today. Very simple to do, but it may look complex. Don't worry, I'll take you through everything. As usual, I have divided this tutorial into 3 parts. You have to check them all out. The first part, which is this video you are watching, looks at modeling the components that we have seen. We model the individual components. In the second part, we add mates and relationships between the components to form the final assembly. And in the third part, we do the motion study and add the motion just like we see over here. We are going to be doing all these with the help of these dimensions here on each component. So make sure you watch the video to the end so you know how to create this crank slider mechanism using SolidWorks. And don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notification so you get an alert anytime I upload a video. And also share the video to your colleagues so they can also learn from it. And without wasting time, let's start. So we're going to start off in the SolidWorks window. I'm going to create a new parts file, and we start off with the modeling. This is our SolidWorks window. Under the features tab, we have the features and commands, and also under sketches, we have all these tools to help us with the sketch. So let's start with the first part, the bushing. The bushing is a hollow cylinder, so it's very simple to create. I'm going to draw 2 circles and extrude with the length of 80 millimeters. So create a sketch on the front plane. We need 2 circles with diameters 22 and 15 millimeters. First, we extrude the outer circle by 80. So come to selected contours and then click on this circle. Okay. Drop this down, click on the sketch, and this time extruded cut. You want to start the cut on this face here and then cut by 70 millimeters. So we start from the surface or plane and then click on this surface, direction 1, blind, and 70 millimeters. And then we come to selected contours and then click on this inner circle. Okay. We have a section view for the right view, and this is what we have. Very similar to this section view we can see here. So you're going to add color to it. Come to edit appearance and change the color to this and save it. So in the desktop, you create a new folder as the crank slider mechanism. This will be the bushing. We move on to the next part. the color. This color looks like a magnifying glass feature. So create a sketch on the top plane. We have 2 circles. Outer diameter of 25 and an inner diameter of 15. Extruded board base, and the height of extrusion is 12 millimeters. Okay, so we extrude via the mid plane so that the sketch or the part can be symmetric about the top plane. Okay. Now we add this cylinder to it as well. So create a sketch, this time on the front plane. We have a circle in this middle here, and the diameter of the circle should be 10 millimeters. Extruded board base, and we want to start the extrusion at a distance of 20 from this center where the sketch is, and then we extrude till it hits this surface. So from offset of 20 and direction 1 blind, and then reverse it for it to come this way, or you can just set it to up to surface and click on this surface. Merge results and okay. That is it for the color. So we change the color as well to a lighter gray color, or a lighter gray shade. Save it as the color, and then we move on to the next part. The connecting link. So create a sketch on the front plane. First have 2 circles of radius 11 for the outer and a diameter of 10 for the inner. Since the radius of the outer circle is 11, the diameter will be 11 times 2. For this area here, I'm going to have a rectangle. So I'll place this center on the origin here. So hold the shift key, click on the 2 points, make coincident. The length is 14 and the width, which will be from this center to this center, is 51. Then we have another rectangle here. So again, draw a rectangle, and let's dimension. The length is 25 and the width is 18. I'm going to make sure it is symmetric about the midpoint, so hold the shift key, click on these 2 points, and then make vertical. The distance from this point to this center is 44, so I'll do that. And you can see the sketch is fully defined. I have a circle inside of diameter 10. Since this is 51, the circle should be here, and the diameter of 10. And finally, we'll have 2 inclined lines that meet at the top here like this. So I'll add them here, and we make sure the meeting point here is symmetric, or is in the middle of the part, So hold the shift key, click on the point and locate any center, make vertical. Now the total height is 75. So from this point, and then hold the shift key and click on this circle to select the outer, and this is 75. So the sketch is fully defined. You come to extruded boss base, and the thickness is 5. So you already know the areas to select to form the shape. Selected contours, click on the areas. We make it symmetric, so we use the mid plane. Okay. There are fillets here of radius 20 on all the sides where there are fillets. So with the constant size fillets and a radius of 20, click on where there must be fillets. So there is a mistake here. This thickness is 5. Come to edit feature and let me change it to 5. Okay. So this is the connecting link. You add a color. Save the parts. And move on to the next part. The crank disc. So create a sketch on the front plane. I have 2 circles first, and then one over here as well. So the outer circle is 50, the inner is 14. This is 10. This distance is 16, and make sure the circle is in the center. Now extruded boss base. First we extrude this area by 8 millimeters. So come to selected contours and then select this area with this circle. Change this to 8. Okay. Drop down, click on the sketch again, extruded boss, and now we extrude this by 18. So selected contours, click on this circle, change it to blind by 18. Merge results and okay. Change the color to a dark one. So this is fine, and save it as the crank disc. We move on to the last part, and that will be the slider. For the crank disc, I'm going to make the color a bit light. Then we move on to the slider. The slider is just a cylindrical rod, so create a circle on the front plane. The diameter of the circle 15, and then the length is 150. Extruded boss base by 150 millimeters. Okay. Then there is a fillet of radius 3 millimeters. On this edge. Okay. Give it a dark color. And save it as the slider. I'll go back and change the appearance or the colors for some of the parts. And here we have modeled all the components that we need for the crank slider mechanism. That will be it for this part of the tutorial. In the part 2, which will come right after this, we are going to add the meats to form the final assembly. So I'll see you in the next part.